Hello, thank you for tuning in to this 2025 primary election candidate forum for Yelm Mayor. This forum is presented by the League of Women Voters of Thurston County and the League of Women Voters of Tacoma-Pierce County in collaboration with Thurston Community Media. The League of Women Voters is proud to be nonpartisan, neither supporting nor opposing candidates or political parties at any level of government, but always working on vital issues of concern to members and the public to defend our democracy and empower voters. TC Media empowers this community by providing media and resources and training so that people of all ages, interests, and backgrounds can make videos about what's important to them. TC Media brings the community together by connecting residents, nonprofits, government, and businesses through media coverage. It's all about giving folks the video skills and capabilities to share their own stories and interests. My name is Cynthia Stewart. I'm with the League of Women Voters of Tacoma-Pierce County, and I will be moderating this forum right now. Valley Needham Huseman is our timer. The mayor is the chief executive and administrative officer of the city, in charge of all departments and employees with authority to designate assistants and department heads. The mayor may appoint a city administrator, subject to confirmation by a majority vote of the city council. The mayor shall appoint and remove all appointed officers of the city, which shall include a city attorney, a chief police, a city clerk treasurer, a public works director, and a community development director. They shall have general supervision of the administration of city government and all city interests. There are two candidates participating in this forum, Dustin Steffen and J.W. Foster. Joe DePinto was invited to participate but could not attend. For this forum, each candidate will have the opportunity to answer a series of questions. We will call on candidates by reverse alphabetical order. They will take turns being the first one to answer the question, and each one will relate to one subject only, and candidates should answer the questions posed. Candidates will close by giving a 1-minute closing statement. Each candidate will have 1 minute to respond to the questions asked. If you need to have me repeat the question, please let me know. The timer will turn yellow when you have 15 seconds left, and then will show a stop sign when your time is up. If you don't notice the sign, I will tell you. We will stress the importance of civility in our forums. Candidates have reviewed the ground rules for this forum. Dustin and JW, do you understand and agree to abide by the rules of the forum?
Yes, we do.
Thank you both. So beginning with Dustin Steffen, the first question is, why are you running for mayor of Yelm?
Thank you so much for that question. I appreciate the opportunity, and thank you to the league. Ultimately, I believe Yelm is at a crossroads, and we need a leadership that can formally bring people together and unite visions.
Stop and need you to answer the question again. They had some issues in the control room.
Okay.
What I miss?
There were some issues in the control room.
Oh,
So they
okay.
want me to start over.
Okay. That's a good start.
Yeah, dang it.
For them to restart. Are you ready for them? Okay, yep, you can go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you for that question, and I thank the league for this opportunity to talk about Yelm and my position as a candidate for mayor. Ultimately, I feel that Yelm is at a crossroads. We need a leader that can truly bring everyone together and hear all the voices of the citizens and bring and unite Yelm together for what it is going to be. We are a rapidly growing community, and we need somebody that can get ahead of these changes and not let the changes overwhelm us, and forward-thinking progress. I believe in well thought out planning and improving our city services. My experience in state government ultimately uniquely suits me for this position.
Thank you. J.W. Foster, please.
Thank you, Cynthia. I was the mayor of Yelm from 2016 to 2021, and served on the City Council for 6 years before that, and on the Planning Commission before that. We've lived in Yelm since 1995, and we've seen the incredible growth that Yelm has experienced since that time, from a town of 3,000 to over 11,000 now, and the unincorporated area of Thurston County around us has grown as well. So we're actually a service population of about 45,000. People come to Yelm for everything, from the school district to our shopping to our restaurants. And we have planned fairly well for that growth, but we're falling behind, and we need a better vision statement for the future, better leadership in City Hall, boots on the ground, day-to-day conversations with our community to build that vision plan out and provide the services for Yelm that people really want. And that's why I want to get back in office and serve our community.
Thank you. So, JW, you will have the next question.
Okay.
And that is, local governments are facing significant financial challenges. What do you see as Yelm's toughest financial issues, and what solutions do you propose?
Thank you. Yes, we've seen over the past 5 or 6 years how some of the municipalities in Thurston County have suffered from overspending their revenue sources. Yelm is in a position to go one of two ways on that. When I was mayor during the tough years during COVID, we were able to cautiously be optimistic about our future, but we were tight with the budget strings. So we did not overspend, and so we came through that challenge financially solvent and on a good path. Presently, I see the spending being built on what we call one-time money. So if you have impact fees for development, you get to see that money one time, but you don't sustain that over a long time. You get the property taxes and so forth, but it's still not sustainable. So we need to get our budgeting back in line to make sure we're looking out 5, 10, 15 years and make sure that our revenues match our expenditures.
Thank you. Dustin, how would you answer that?
Can you repeat that question for me?
Yeah, you bet. Yelm is, local governments, including Yelm, are facing significant financial challenges these days. What do you see as Yelm's toughest financial issues, and what solutions do you propose?
Thank you for that question. Yelm has situated itself pretty well financially. We have good credit ratings. We have several loan payments that are about to or have recently come off the books, allowing us to potentially reallocate some of those funds. Additionally, I truly believe in supporting the small business, and ultimately, when we support the small business, the revenue from B&O tax and such are driven to the city, and ultimately allow us to help bolster our services, help improve infrastructure, which is definitely a concern for the citizens. And so, in short, really supporting the small businesses that are already there to help keep our small town feel, but still create the tax revenue that helps the city run.
Thank you. JW, how would you answer that? Oh, I'm sorry.
I think we're on to the next question.
Can we edit that? Okay. The third question is, what are the strengths and weaknesses of the proposed amendments to the City of Yelm's comprehensive plan and development regulations? So I think...
With Dustin first on that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you restate that question, please?
Yeah, sure. What are the strengths and weaknesses of the proposed amendments to the City of Yelm's comprehensive plan and development regulations?
Yeah, I think the strengths are, we know we are growing, so we know that we're in a spot where we have to implement some radical changes to get ahead of some of the rapid growth. Ultimately, I would like to see us leverage more relationships outside of the city, some of the neighboring agencies and departments that we can help further our overall comprehensive plan, and ultimately utilizing more of our own services within those within the plan. We have fantastic people that work for the City of Yelm, Police Department, Public Works, and ultimately how do we use the people that we know, that know our city, know the problems, and have good ideas and good solutions. And I think we have the ability to improve on that and use those services that we already are using more efficiently.
Thank you. JW.
Thank you. Yeah, we're at sort of a conundrum here in the development and expansion of Yelm. The Growth Management Act says, Yelm, thou shalt be a community of 20,000 by 2045, and do the infill. But then they said, but we don't give you any more water rights until you can prove you're using your water efficiently. That took us 25 years to develop. We now need to continue to look 25 years in advance to see what infrastructure we have to provide to support that growth. That means the Planning Commission, the Community Development Director, City Council all have to work together and ask the citizens, what kind of a city do you want to live in? What do you want it to look like in the future? And then make the amendments to the comprehensive plan there. The amendments that have been made thus far are to support that growth and to allow people to use their properties more efficiently. For example, to put an auxiliary dwelling unit on their property to help with the housing crisis that we have and support that infill. But there's a lot more work to be done.
Thank you. JW, you will be first on the next question, which is, how is the city handling diversity, equity, and inclusion? And are any changes needed?
I'm really proud of the team that we've built over the past several decades that I've been involved with the city. We hire people based on their abilities and their major ability to work together as a team. I feel very confident that the team that we have working for Yelm today respect each other and are inclusive. We have a level playing ground. We look for people who are going to do that job and work like that together so that we can give the best services to Yelm. It's a constant source of consideration when you move forward, and everybody deserves to be treated with respect and fairness, and every policy that we have in Yelm going forward will be inclusive of that, for sure.
Thank you. Dustin?
Thank you. Yeah, I have to echo what JW stated. We have fantastic employees that operate and run the city. You know, we are very inclusive. We have, you know, as a small example, we have our first ever female officer on the regional SWAT team. And so just that's one minor, small piece in the overall look of the city of how we're really driving equality and inclusion across the landscape of the city employees. And I mean, it goes deeper than that. Like JW said, it's always going to be a forefront thought on how we can improve. But right now, I'm pretty proud of the employees and the staff that we have. I work with them every day, and we're in good shape.
Thank you. Dustin, you will be first on the next question. Do you think the plans underway to alleviate Yelm's traffic congestion are adequate?
Yeah, that's a very heavy topic of discussion. I think it's a good start to the problem. The traffic projects have gotten pushed back so many years that now what was going to be efficient is not going to be as efficient. I think what really is going to improve the traffic congestion is how we handle the traffic within Yelm and not necessarily relying on state and other agencies for that. We have ways that can help get traffic through the city and around the city, especially in emergency closures of I-5 as an example. I would propose putting in some emergency type of implementation on that when those situations occur, and use our resources as mentioned before, such as our law enforcement and public works department. But we have a lot of work to do in the traffic congestion area.
Thank you. JW?
So the very first meeting I went to in Yelm when I moved in 1995 was the Department of Transportation's open house on the bypass that they were going to build around Yelm. We haven't finished it yet. It's halfway there, and it is in the state's transportation budget, as are the roundabouts that will absolutely help with the flow of traffic daily through Yelm. But we're not responsible for the state budget. We can push and we can beg and we can be an annoying voice out on the prairie to our state legislative reps, and they've been a great help to us in getting that state budget, transportation budget money allocated for our projects. But it takes time. And so what we've done over the past decade or more is we've built some traffic modifications within the city of Yelm to get people around Yelm Avenue. We call them mini loops, and we have a few more of those on the transportation improvement plan that will help while we're waiting for the state to finish those road projects.
Thank you. So JW, you will be first on the next question. When there is a conflict between the mayor and the city council, how would you resolve it?
Well, as you can imagine, when I was mayor before, there were plenty of opportunities for me to test that. We had some major decisions to make, and not everybody was on the same page all the time. What I found was the most effective was, of course, to provide as much information to the city council members as we could so that they could come into the conversation well armed, and did a lot of listening sessions. I always try to listen to understand and then reflect back to a person what it is that I'm hearing them say, and then work towards getting a concurrence of opinion on things. We did a good job of that with the City Council during my first term. I'm accomplished at doing it. It's kind of a strength of mine to get people talking well together. And those of you who are on the City Council who make me snickering right now, we did do some great work together, and we look forward to doing some more in the future.
Dustin, how would you answer that question?
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's basic conflict resolutions, right? And with my experience of nearly 20 years on law enforcement, that was my day-to-day operation is how to de-escalate situations. Ultimately, I believe in listening and being a true listener. We all have different perspectives and different life experiences that we draw from when we have opinions. And it's very important that we listen, process, and hear those. As mayor, we are running those meetings and we can offer our input, but ultimately, I mean, it's the council that votes on resolutions and decisions, and we're just there to mediate and provide a vision for them to hopefully follow. And you know, that listening and open communication is how you resolve most conflicts.
Thank you. So Dustin, this is the final question, and you will go first. What steps does the city of Yelm need to do to meet the housing needs of the city?
Yeah, I mean, affordable housing is a issue facing not only Yelm but Thurston County and really the state as a whole. As the mayor of Yelm and the Yelm City Council, what we can do is mitigate any red tape, any building permitting and planning that limits and hinders builders and developers and just the residents from building and having access to the affordable housing. I really want the city to be a partner in these projects instead of a hindrance, and whether that be for small housing or businesses or future growth and with parks and recs, whatever it is, it's about partnerships and not creating roadblocks to these types of issues.
Thank you. JW?
So when you have a nice community like Yelm, everybody wants to live there. And so that's why we've had this really great growth explosion over the past 25 years. It's hard to say no. You can't put a gate on Highway 507 and Highway 510 and say nobody else can come live here anymore. But what we can do, should do, must do, is provide neighborhoods that are livable, walkable for our community to still have that small Yelm feel while we grow together. Again, having lived there since 1995, we've seen it grow, and yet it still feels good. Everybody complains about the traffic. I do too. And if I'm in the traffic, I have to understand that I'm part of the problem at that point. So we have to think our way through the traffic issues that come along with the growth and work together to build the future we want. I have a little pet phrase that says, your voice, my job, our future. Together we're going to make this happen.
Thank you. So you now have 1 minute for a closing statement, beginning with JW.
Thank you, Thurston County League of Women Voters and TC Media, for having us here today. When I was mayor in 2016 through 2021, we had some significant challenges with not the right personnel in the right positions, and we took steps to fix that. We hired the present-day Public Works Director, Finance Director, and City Clerk, and the police chief at the time is now our city administrator. And that team worked so well to support our community through some very significant challenges, including COVID, where we had to be very careful in negotiating union contracts with our employees with an unknown revenue source coming in. And yet, we supported our community businesses so well by getting federal relief dollars in that we actually saw a steady revenue stream through those challenging years. I want to put that kind of leadership back to work in Yelm, on the streets daily, engaging with our community, and in the office supporting our great staff to make Yelm what we all like Yelm
Thank
to be.
you.
Thank
you very much. So, Dustin, your turn for the 1-minute closing statement.
Thank you so much. And again, thank you for this opportunity. Ultimately, I'm not a politician. I am a 20-year public servant in the law enforcement community. I am a coach in our community. I'm a small business owner. I'm a father and actively involved in the community. And I think that is a major part of the mayor role for our community, is that we have somebody that is going to be very active and actually know what's going on in the community and have a feel for that. Mm-hmm. When you're able to do that, you can properly bring everybody together and hear all sides. You can properly make suggestions and build a vision for what the community wants, not what me, the individual, wants, because that's what this position is for. It's the voice for the community. So here I am as a first-time candidate, 20-year public servant, a dad, a coach, and a small business owner. Hey, just trying to bring Yelm together.
Thank you very much. So, thank you both for participating in this candidate forum. We thank our partner, TC Media, for producing and airing it. We are indebted to TC Media for years of making these forums happen and educating the voters. TC Media is a nonprofit organization dedicated to making media production accessible to all. They are committed to providing our community with access to professional media production, education, and content creation resources. Your support helps provide studio space, equipment, and education for creators in our community. To donate to TC Media's work or to become a member, visit www.tcmedia.org. The League of Women Voters of Thurston County is a nonprofit, nonpartisan civic organization that encourages informed and active participation in government, works to increase understanding of major public policy and issues, and influences public policy through education and advocacy. To learn more about our work, support us with a donation, or to become a member, please visit our website at www.lwvthurston.org. We encourage our viewers to be a voter in the upcoming election on August 5th, 2025. Every vote counts. Ballots for military personnel were mailed on June 20, and all other ballots will be available on July 16. You may register to vote up to Election Day. Thank you for watching this 2025 primary candidate forum.